Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ortmeyer Stadium at the University of La Verne for today's SCIAC football opener. Here on La Verne Community Television, it's the University of La Verne Leopards taking on the visiting Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags. I'm Nate Rodriguez, bringing to you today's SCIAC opening action. The Stags, under head coach Kyle Sweeney, enter today at 2-1 on the year. Sweeney going up against head coach Chris Crick for the Leopards. In their 11th matchup overall, head-to-head, both coaches having been at the helm of their respective programs for 11 seasons. Claremont-Mudd-Scripps has 6 head-to-head wins against the University of La Verne, taking last year's contest by a score of 34-10, while the Leopards and Crick have 4 head-to-head wins, their last coming in 2019 pre-pandemic. We're just about ready for kickoff, 1 o'clock on the nose here at Ortmeyer. CMS won the coin toss and they elected to defer. The University of La Verne will field the kick, coming from right to left on your screen. Kyle Bandy with the kickoff return, and he's brought down near the 20. So the Leopards offense will huddle up and get ready to go for their first drive of the game. The crowd here at Ortmeyer starting to fill in for this 1 o'clock start time. A matinee football game between these Stags and Leopards as senior Miguel Aguero Jr. gets ready to take the first snap of the afternoon. Aguero, the senior quarterback at 5'10", 181, has struggled to get the offense going this year, has thrown for a touchdown, but has more interceptions than scores with 3. He is one of the SCIAC leaders in passing yards per game as he puts the offense in motion. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. The snap and a pass is complete. A short gain, if any, on the near sideline. Micah Williams on the catch, his first reception of the year. A loss of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 12 with the ball on the La Verne 17. Aguero takes the snap, passes left again. A good move by the receiver, dropped the Stags corner.
Pass caught by number 4, Jonathan Torres. First down, Leopards.
Pass to Jonathan Torres is good for the first down. Torres, his 6th reception of the year, has accumulated 99 yards on the season. A 12-yard pass from Aguero to the receiver brings the Leopards to 1st and 10 on their own 29. Putting the offense in motion again, that's Medeiros. Moving from left to right. Hand off to Bandy for a gain of a couple yards. Bandy is the Leopards' leading rusher with 30 carries this season, has scored 2 touchdowns. The Leopards cycled through 5 different backs the last time they were here at Ortmeyer. That was in a 41-0 loss against the Pacific Lutheran Lutes. Searching for their first win of the season as Aguero keeps the offense moving. Drops back in the pocket, steps up, but is sacked by the Stags defensive line.
Tackle by number 88, Max Okamugi. Third down.
David Vardanian for the Stags on the tackle. 3rd and 9. Leopards on their own 30. Aguero takes the snap. And an early whistle, flag on the play. We're 3 minutes through the first
False
quarter
start.
here at Ortmeyer
Number
Stadium.
14, offense, 5 yards, third down.
We'll redo 3rd down after the 5-yard penalty. False start by the Leopards. Puts them back on the 25 at 3rd and 14. So Aguero and the Leopards trying to find a rhythm here on their first drive of the afternoon. Aguero puts Torres in motion. Looks downfield, overthrows him. 4th and 14. So that'll bring out the special teams for the University of Laverne, turning it over on downs after their first drive of the game. Arturo Herrera with the punt and a fair catch just in front of the 40.
Call by number 83, Nathan Fausto. First down, CMS.
And here come the Stags for their first drive of the game, led by junior quarterback Walter Kuhlenkamp. Kuhlenkamp, a near 59% completion rate in 2 games played this season. Has 2 passing touchdowns, having thrown for nearly 200 yards. His longest pass, a 61-yarder. Kuhlenkamp has split time so far with senior quarterback Zach Fogel. Fogel a slightly better completion rate, 40 more yards and 1 more touchdown pass on the season. Kuhlenkamp dances in the pocket and throws short on his first attempt of the day. Pass was intended for sophomore receiver Jackson Gonzalez. 2nd down and 10 on the Stags' own 41. Kuhlenkamp hands it off. A rush to the left picks up a few for CMS.
Carried by number 45, Alex Ritter. Tackled by number 45, Derek Douglas. 3rd down.
Justin Edwards with the first carry for the Stags. Kuhlenkamp, 3 receivers to the right, 1 on his left. A blitz by the Laverne defense, and Kuhlenkamp is sacked. On 3rd down and 5, Kuhlenkamp was rushed by the Leopards defensive line.
4th down.
He'll turn it over to the special teams, and 5 minutes through the first quarter, the Laverne defense able to force the Stags offense off the field. A big stop by the University of Laverne, who
Returning for the Leopards.
struggled on defense the last time they were here at Ortmeyer. A good start to the afternoon for the Leopard secondary. The Leopards let the kick fall and it skips back for a touchback. The snap leading to that punt was a bit short. However, Stags punter still able to get it off. That was freshman Sam Brewer. So after skipping through the end zone, the Leopards will pick up the ball on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10 with 9:26 remaining in the first quarter. A big defensive stop forced by a Leopard sack brings Laverne to their second drive of the day. Aguero still keeping the offense active. Sets the receiver in motion, hands off to Bandy, and Bandy explodes through the line. Picks up a first down for the Leopards, brought down just in front of the 30. So Bandy looking to be the catalyst for the green and orange on this Saturday afternoon. Coach Crick and the Leopards with the hurry-up offense. Snap by Aguero, another handoff to Bandy. Trying to find a hole on the left, but gets stuffed.
Tackled by number 50, Matthew Bowe.
Joey Asta, the Stags linebacker with the tackle. That's his team leading 20th tackle of the season. Aguero drops back, pass to his left. First down for the Leopards, and a few more tackled on the near sideline.
Leopard. Pass caught by number 31.
Sophomore McKenna Ramos-Kameka with the catch. Laverne moves from their 31 to the 46. 1st and 10. 8 minutes, 10 seconds in the first. Aguero motioning his receivers right. Hands off to Bandy. Bandy splits the gap and dives for an extra few yards. Pick up a more than 5.
Carried by number 32, Kyle Bandy. Tackled by number 3, Cody Sigler.
And Bandy looks like he has found his footing early on in this one. Second and 5, ball on the Laverne 49, the Stags 49. Bandy still in the backfield. Receivers again in motion. Quick misstep by Ethan Medeiros, and the Stags on the sideline quick to call out that the Leopards weren't set. A flag thrown early on the play.
Carried by number 8, Miguel Aguero Jr.
Aguero kept the ball to himself, but awaiting.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Second down. Motion never got set.
And that play looked a bit uncomfortable as Aguero set the offense in motion. It was Ethan Medeiros, the senior receiver, being motioned from Aguero's right to left. It looked like he took off at the same time as one of his other fellow receivers, and a bit of confusion by the Leopards offense. Second down and 10. The 5-yard pickup by Bandy is erased as Aguero dances right, finds Medeiros. And the Leopards, after a penalty to bring them back to the line of scrimmage, find their first down on the next play.
Third down.
Well, thought it was a first down. Looks like it's 3rd and inches, just before the 45-yard line. Laverne on their attacking half of the field now. Stags trying to protect their own turf. Aguero takes the snap and hands it off to Bandy. Bandy through the middle is able to pick up the first down.
Tackled by number 40, Eddie Burkhart. First down, Leopards.
So the Leopards convert another first down with the help of Kyle Bandy, a 3-yard rush to get the Leopards to the 42-yard line. It's 1st and 10 with 5.5 to play in the first. Aguero sets the receiver in motion. A pass and the ball is loose, recovered by the Stags. Pass was completed from Aguero to the receiver, but upon the tackle, the Leopards lost handle of the ball. And now the Stags will pick it up on Laverne's half of the field. A tough blow for the Leopards, who were looking to have a successful drive. Had brought the ball past the Stags 40. Aguero completing his pass to Arturo Herrera Caballero. Caballero just could not hang on to the ball after being hit. Laverne with the fumble, and CMS picks it up with 1st and 10 on the Laverne 30. Kuhlenkamp takes the snap, pitches it off to the running back. And the defense able to get down for a tackle. Ball carried by Justin Edwards. Kuhlenkamp now setting the Stags offense in motion. With 2nd and 4 on the 24, the rush looks to pick up the first down. That was the sophomore Edwards with back-to-back carries. Edwards is picking up the first down. 1st and 10, just over 4 minutes with the ball on the Laverne 19-yard line. Kuhlenkamp looking to bring the Stags to the promised land for the first time today. A quick curl route by sophomore receiver Anderson Sinkar. Nine-yard completion brings them to 2nd and 1 on the 10. So after the Laverne fumble, CMS trying to take advantage of the Leopards' mistake. Pick up their first points of the day. Kuhlenkamp, a floater into the end zone. Good defense by the Leopards.
Incomplete.
That was Tyler Martin, sophomore cornerback, on the coverage. Martin breaking up a potential touchdown pass. 3rd and 1. 3 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock. You're watching the SCIAC football opener between the Leopards and the Stags on LVTV 3, Laverne Community Television. Kuhlenkamp takes the snap and hands it off to Edwards, and Edwards able to break through and pick up the touchdown. 6 points for CMS.
Carried by number 45, Alex Ritter. Touchdown, CMS.
So the fumble proves costly for the Leopards as Kuhlenkamp and Edwards are able to storm the Stags offense down the Laverne half of the field, breaking the scoreless tie with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first. The extra point is up and good through the uprights. 7-0 CMS. And here is a replay of that Edwards touchdown, able to bust through the defensive line,
6 points for CMS.
reaching the promised land unscathed. So it's a 10-yard run for sophomore Justin Edwards. That's his 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and he's got the Stags going on the ground so far here in the first. Laverne's 3rd drive set to begin. It's Kyle Bandy back for the kickoff return. He'll take it to the far sideline and beat most of the Stags defense. Down the field he goes, marching past the 50 and brought down just in front of the CMS 40. Kyle Bandy doing it all so far today for the Leopards offense. On the ground helping out Aguero. And on the kickoff return, Bandy this time able to bring it into Stags territory. Immediately following the Stags touchdown, the Leopards have put themselves in good position with 3 minutes left in the first. Bandy with the 60-yard kick return. 1st and 10 for the Leopards on the 35. The Leopards giving Bandy a minute to breathe, opt with another running back who's brought down before the line of scrimmage. Jacob Fimbres on the carry was tackled for a 1-yard loss. Fimbres still out there next to Aguero, providing pass protection as Aguero finds Jonathan Torres near the far sideline, picking up a few yards, brought down before the first down marker. A pickup of 5 on the completion. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. 3rd down and 6. Leopards are 1 for 2 so far on 3rd down efficiency. Aguero with the pass play, able to find an open receiver who stays up but steps out of bounds. Still a couple yards before the marker, but Aguero and the offense look like they're going to stay out there and try to convert on 4th down. It's the first 4th down attempt by either offense so far this afternoon. 4th and 2 on the 27-yard line. Aguero sets the offense in motion. 2 receivers on each end. It's a pass play. Able to find Spencer Poole. Take that back. It's Ethan Medeiros who picks up the first down.
First down. Leopards.
Medeiros, Aguero's primary target so far today. Able to pick up 4 yards for the first down. Now the Leopards, 1st and 10 on the Stags 19. Clock still winding down here in the first quarter. 35 seconds. Aguero calls for the snap, looks left. Pass into traffic, but brought down by McKenna Ramos-Kamaka. Another gain of a few yards. Stags lead 7-0 with 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Leopards don't look in a rush to get this play off before it ends. There's 3 seconds left on the clock. And sure enough, they'll let it wind down. So the first 15 minutes of the afternoon are through. Stags lead 7-0. You're watching Skyac Football on LVTV 3, Laverne Community Television.
Vision loss is not something that you feel until it happens.
Most people lose their vision from diseases like macular degeneration and glaucoma, not at birth.
3 million Americans have glaucoma, and half don't even know it.
11 million people in the United States have macular degeneration.
So many eye disorders can be treated if caught early.
Make a plan today to get your eyes checked.
Visit brightfocus.org to learn more.
A 10-yard touchdown run by sophomore Justin Edwards put the Stags up 6-0 in the first quarter. A successful point after by Alessandro Maiuolo brought the Stags lead to 7-0. The Leopards have great field position inside the red zone with 2nd and 5 at the start of the second quarter. Miguel Aguero Jr. trying to get the Leopards offense going. Aguero, after the first, has converted 5 separate first downs for the Leopards. A handoff to Kyle Bandy, who's back in the running back rotation. Eaten up by the Stags defensive line. Not much of a gain on the first play of the quarter.
Third down.
It's not the right roster he's using?
Third and 3. Another loose ball. And another Stags recovery. So the Leopards trekking all the way into the Stags red zone. A 60-yard kickoff return by Kyle Bandy and 2 separate first down conversions. Not coming to fruition for the Leopards. Their second forced turnover in back-to-back drives. And the Stags will pick it up on their own 12. So the CMS defense just eating anyone that's not Kyle Bandy alive, forcing the fumble. And now Kuhlenkamp with 1st and 10 from the 16, pardon me. Inside handoff to Justin Edwards, and Edwards picking up more yards for the Stags.
Carry by number 45, Alex Ritter. Tackle.
Jacob Fimbris
Second down.
was the Leopard unable to hang on to the ball. So Kuhlenkamp, the junior, trying to build on a 7-0 lead. Hands it off to Edwards, who breaks through up the middle and will move the chains for CMS.
Tackle by number 45. Derek Guskus.
We're through a minute and a half here in the second quarter.
Timeout for injury.
And an injury timeout here at Ortmeyer. Safety Mason Montanez coming off the field with the trainers. First down and 10 for the Stags with the ball on their own 30. Kuhlenkamp, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. takes the snap, drops back in the pocket, looks left, throws over the middle, but too high for the intended target. Jackson Gonzalez, the intended receiver. Second time that Camp has missed high over him today. Gonzalez, a bit of an undersized receiver, 5'9", 150. All three of the other Stags wideouts, Sinkar, Cotton, and Desjardins, closer to 6 foot even. It's Edwards again with the rush, breaking through the middle and dancing left. It takes 3 Leopards to bring him down near the 50. Edwards, another first down pickup for CMS. Edwards, again, another first down, rushing through the Leopards' defensive line. The Leos just unable to stop the 5'9", 206-pound sophomore. Edwards, after a gain of 20, picking up another first down. First and 10 for Camp from the 34. Getting the play from the sidelines. Another handoff, this time a different back for the Stags. Pickup of about 1. That time, ball was handed off to Brian Loudermilk, 5'8", 190 senior. Camp from Greensboro, North Carolina. From the Laverne 41, play action, drops back and looks left, passes over the middle. Pass intended for the Stags receiver is incomplete. A strong tackle by the Laverne defense. Nicholas Mesa, the safety. Mesa all over junior receiver Brandon Becker on that pass attempt.
Pass interference, defense, number 5. It's a spot foul, automatic, first down.
So the good play by Mesa won't matter for the Leopards. Flag on the play, spot foul, ruled pass interference. Gives the Stags another opportunity. Ball is down still at the 33-yard line. Officials look to be communicating with the Stags offensive line. And we'll pick it up at the 33. 1st and 9. Leopards defense on their toes. Camp takes the snap and hands it off. It's Loudermilk, who was brought down before the line of scrimmage. Big tackle by the Leopards. Brings the Stags back to the 35-yard line. 10.5 left to play in the first half. Camp setting the receivers in motion. Another play action pass, drops back into the pocket and throws to Edwards. Edwards has a wide open hole on the left, a stagger step, and they're almost taunting the Laverne defense as he strolls into the end zone. Touchdown Stags. So the Coolin Camp to Edwards connection is everything for the Stags this Saturday afternoon. After a 10-yard touchdown run by the sophomore running back, Coolin Camp is able to connect with Edwards for the touchdown pass. 13-0 Stags. Mayuolo out for the point after. And it's up and through. So nearly 5 minutes into the second quarter, the Stags score their second touchdown of the game. They lead 14-0, and the Leopards need to tighten up their play on the offensive end of the ball to try and claw back with the score or two before halftime.
For Claremont, that is his first towards disqualification. Please reset the game clock to 10-15, 10-1-5.
Unsportsmanlike conduct after the point after attempt by the Stags. Penalty coming against Emmett King III, the senior linebacker for the Stags. That was Coolin Camp's third passing touchdown of the season. A 35-yarder to Justin Edwards. Edwards, his first receiving touchdown of the year, fourth total. Take that back, his fifth total after collecting his fourth rushing touchdown with the Stags' first score this afternoon. 14-0 Stags over the Leopards. You're watching SCIAC football on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television. CMS with the kickoff, and it's Bandy again to field it. Tackled down near the near sideline, just in front of Laverne's own 35. So back out come Aguero, Bandy, and the Leopards. The Leopards senior quarterback is 9 for 10 on pass attempts so far today with 58 yards. A few successful drives have not come to fruition. A couple costly fumbles, and the Stags have taken advantage of them. Aguero, a short pass for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 on their own 41. Aguero sets the offense in motion, back and forth. Goes the receiver. Mason Montanez, who had come out of the game earlier with an injury, stepped back in for that play, but was brought down quick. Montanez lined up behind Aguero again, this time providing pass protection. And down goes Aguero, sack for the Stags. So it's a quick turnover on downs for the Leopards. Thought it was Montanez playing the back position for the Leopards, but it's Abel Cueva, the sophomore running back. Cueva and Aguero unsuccessful on 3 attempts, forcing Herrera Caballero coming out to punt for a touchback. The stands at Ortmeyer filling up today as we're still about 8 minutes out from halftime. Expecting a dance team performance here at Ortmeyer during halftime. A lot of Laverne faithful hoping for a score before we head to intermission. Thought Herrera punted for a touchback, but it proved to be a successful punt. Kuhlenkamp taking over at his own 5-yard line. The rush play by the Stags picks up a few yards. Comparing the two offenses so far, the Stags have picked up 7 first down compared to the Leopards 5. Laverne has only completed 1 out of their 5 third down tries. They are successful on 4th down, although Kuhlenkamp has not had to try with 4th down so far. Kuhlenkamp is brought down with inside the 5-yard line, tried to let it go before being brought down completely. Question on the field is whether or not that goes down as an incomplete pass or a fumble. Kuhlenkamp definitely looked like he tried to make an effort to get rid of the ball, but the Laverne defense ate him up, and sure enough, it's intentional grounding on the
half the
quarterback.
distance, 3rd down.
It was 2nd and 8 on the Stag Zone 7 after the intentional grounding, bringing them halfway to the distance to the goal. Ball should be placed on about the 3-yard line. A good play by the Laverne defense, adding pressure to the Stags. Kuhlenkamp having to dance around in the end zone and try to avoid a Laverne blitz.
It's a spot foul. The quarterback was out of the end zone before the pass. It'll be 3rd down.
Kuhlenkamp takes the snap, looks right, throws wide. That'll force 4th and 14 with the ball on CMS's 1-yard line. So a good job by the Leopards defense to force a 3-and-out. Applying pressure to Kuhlenkamp on that drive. CMS able to go nowhere but backwards, forcing out the special teams. Sam Brewer out for the punt. It's a short one, close to the near sidelines. It'll skip out in front of the Stags 50. Laverne in good field position to try to pick up their first score of the afternoon. So Aguero in the offense come back out. The Leopard senior quarterback still 10 for 11 with 60 yards total. Kyle Bandy 6 carries for 25 yards, averaging a little over 4 per carry. But brought down early by the Stags defense there. 14-0 CMS over the University of Laverne on LVTV 3. You're watching SCIAC football. The Leopards and Stags playing in the conference opener so far today. Walter Kuhlenkamp and Justin Edwards having big first halves for CMS, leading the Leopards by 14. Aguero with two receivers on each side, passes left to Ramos Kamaka, who's able to beat the defender. A jab left and move right. Kamaka able to pick up the first down for the Leopards, inching closer towards the red zone. Aguero with Bandy to his right, takes the snap. He moves around into the pocket to the right, looking downfield near the end zone. Throw is high over the receiver, incomplete. Pass attempted for freshman receiver Miles Beard. One of the taller targets for Aguero, the quarterback. Beard standing at 6'2", 210. Second down and 10 with the ball on CMS's 25-yard line. Laverne perhaps a play away from entering the red zone. Could use a score before we head to halftime. Hand off to Bandy and is brought down after a short gain on the left. Oh, psyched me out. Looked like Aguero might have hung on to it. Third down and 8 with just over 5 minutes to play in the first half. Ball marked on the 23-yard line. The Leopards so far on third down are 1 of 2. Aguero trying here for a third time this afternoon. Pass rush by the Stags defense, sacking Aguero again. There for it is Joey Asta. A big play by the Stags defense on third down. Aguero swallowed up. Sacked at the 33-yard line, 4th and 18. And Coach Crick and the Leopards won't bring out the punt team.
Charge, timeout, Laverne. They have 2 remaining in the half.
Timeout for the Leopards, 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in the second half. It's 14-0 Stags on LVTV 3 as the Leopards decide what they want to do on fourth down. The third sack for the Stags today forces 4th and 18 for Aguero and the Leopards. 5 receivers out on the field. It looks like Laverne is going to go for it. Aguero dancing away. Passes to Jonathan Torres near the far sideline. But the Leopards, unable to pick up the first down, will turn it over on downs. So after being sacked on 3rd and short, the Leopards went for it on 4th and 18, weren't able to get the first down. Camp and the Stags with 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Hands it off to the running back by a good stop by the Laverne secondary. Brian Loudermilk giving Justin Edwards a break. Loudermilk, the senior back for CMS. Hailing from Redondo Beach, California. 2nd and 11 on the Stag zone, 19. Pass is complete for a few yards up the middle of the field. Catch was made by sophomore receiver Anderson Sinkar. Third and 6, 14-0 Stags with less than 3 to play in the first half. Close call from the Laverne defense, almost an off start, almost a false start. The Stags receiver able to pick up plenty of yards down the near sideline, able to bust through the Laverne defense, brought down in front of the 40. Camp able to find Mason Cotton on the pass, a short one, but Cotton using his legs to get downfield, putting the Stags in good position. Brought down at the 38. "38-yard completion leads to a pitch out to Loudermilk. The Stag senior running back picking up a little bit more than 5. CMS looking to make it a successful drive. Second and 4 with the ball on Laverne's 32. Camp takes the snap, pitches to Loudermilk again, going left and picking up the first and more. Inside the red zone go the Stags. Trying to make it to the end zone again for a 3rd time before halftime. Camp, a pitch left. Loudermilk breaking the tackle, stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock. Now CMS has 1st and 10 at the 19. 13-yard pickup for Loudermilk. Camp with 3 tight ends. And Loudermilk behind him. He'll hand it off to the senior running back, who's brought down by the defense. It takes a couple of Leopards to get him down, but they do it regardless. Back outside the red zone. A couple Leos picking up a tackle for loss. Justin MacArthur, the freshman there, to bring down Loudermilk. 2nd and 14. Ball now marked at the 23. Camp, play action. Incomplete. Pass was intended for tight end Zach Schlichting. Schlichting, the 6'3", 210-pound junior. From Philadelphia. So after allowing the Stags into the red zone, the Laverne defense looking for a big stop here before half. Camp At 3rd and 14 from the 23, will look for a deeper pass. Stop before the first down marker. Brought out of bounds by Tyler Martin. Kuhlenkamp able to connect with Anderson Sincar there. Pickup of 11 puts the Stags at 4th and 3. Looks like they're going to go for it. Kuhlenkamp looking over to the sideline. Stags unsure of what they're going to do, and they call timeout a second before the half. Both teams able to use just one timeout in the first half. The Stags not utilizing theirs till the very last second of the second quarter. It's 4th and 3 with the ball on Laverne's 12-yard line. It's going to be all or nothing for the Stags if they decide to keep Kuhlenkamp out there. But looking at the back of the Stags jerseys, it looks like Alessandro Maiulo will come out for the field goal attempt. 14-0 Stags. You're watching SCIAC football on LVTV 3. There's Maiulo lining up for the last second field goal attempt here in the first half. Maiulo has succeeded with both point after attempts so far today.
Laverne, they have 1 remaining in the half.
And an attempt to ice the kicker, Coach Crick calling a timeout of his own. The Stags traveling well here to Ortmeyer Stadium. Bringing a couple easy ups and umbrellas, trying to keep some shade. Sunny day here at Ortmeyer. 1 second left before the halftime intermission. 14-0 CMS leads. And the Stags faithful hoping for a little bit more. So after a Stags final second timeout and a little bit of icing the kicker from Coach Crick for the Leopards, we're just about set for Maiulo's field goal attempt. 14-0 Stags, looking to make it 17 comes Maiulo. And another icing the kicker attempt from Coach Crick.
That was their final timeout of the half.
So with 2 timeouts remaining in the half, the Leopards use them both with 1 last second as an attempt to throw Maiulo off his game. The Stags kicker, as mentioned before, successful in both point after attempts. On the season, Maiulo has been successful in 2 out of 4 field goal attempts. So perhaps the icing the kicker strategy will work for the Leopards. They've done it twice, they can't do it again. 14-0 Stags. Leopards hoping this misses. Up and good. Maiulo able to beat Coach Crick's attempts to ice him. field goal attempt is successful, 17-0 Stags as we head into halftime. A rushing touchdown from sophomore running back Justin Edwards. A completion from Kuhlenkamp to Edwards for 6 more. The Stags lead by 17 heading into the half. At the end of the half, Kuhlenkamp completing 8 of 13 passes for 123 yards, 1 passing touchdown. Edwards, the catalyst for the Stags, using his legs on 8 carries, has picked up 72 yards, an average of 9 per carry. 1 rushing touchdown, a touchdown catch. Good for a 35-yard connection from Kuhlenkamp to Edwards. It's been the Kuhlenkamp-Edwards show as the Leopards offense has struggled to get things going. 2 fumbles after the passes were completed from Aguero to the receivers. Several sacks in the first half. And Aguero in the offense will have to come back in the second half trying to fight a little bit harder. Kyle Bandy, 7 carries for 22 yards. Aguero, still a strong completion rating, 12 for 14 with 86 yards total. Glimpses of hope as we head into the second half. We'll come back in almost 20 minutes. 17-0 Stags on LVTV 3.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up 1 finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
Beautiful Saturday afternoon. The University of La Verne Leopards trail the Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags at the end of the first half, 17-0. The Stags with 177 total yards compared to the Leopards' 86, who have been turned over on downs several times. Miguel Aguero Jr., the senior quarterback, suffering multiple sacks and 2 Leopards fumbles on the offensive end to allow the Stags to take advantage of mistakes and gather a 17-point lead. La Verne has held on to the ball for 5 minutes longer than CMS has, but the Stags have been more efficient on offense. Claremont-Mudd-Scripps won the opening coin toss but elected to defer. With a 17-point lead, they will receive the kickoff here to start the second half. In the backfield, Anderson Sinkar. Kapena Kamakawawuli will kick things off for the Leopards. Fair catch inside the 20-yard line for the Stags. A successful kick by Kamakawawuli. Say that 5 times fast. Kamakawawuli.
At the 10-yard line. there was a fair catch signal, but the ball hit the ground.
Ball marked at the 10 after the kickoff. First down and 10 for the Stags as junior Walter Kuhlenkamp comes back out. Looking to lead the Stags to more. Senior quarterback Zach Fogel yet to see the turf here at Ortmeyer today. Kuhlenkamp puts the offense in motion, hands it off to the running back, who's able to break a tackle and stay on his feet. Brought down after a gain of a few yards. The Stags got things going on a 10-yard touchdown run from sophomore running back Justin Edwards. With 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in the first quarter, the Stags took a 7-0 lead and built on that 5 minutes into the second quarter. Kuhlenkamp was able to find Edwards for a 35-yard pass for the Stags' second touchdown of the game. And then CMS was able to kick a field goal at the last second of the first half. Pass complete over the middle from Kuhlenkamp to his receiver. Dancing around a trio of defenders goes the Stags wide out, brought down near the 25. Pass was completed to sophomore wide receiver Mason Cotton. For Cotton, that was his second catch of the game, his first a 38-yard pass. Edwards on a rush, brought down at the line. First down and 10, sorry, take that back. Second and 9 at the 24 for Kuhlenkamp. Pass over the middle is too high for his intended receiver and incomplete. Sophomore Jackson Gonzalez unable to reel it in. Kuhlenkamp, 9 for 15, has completed 67% of his passes, has thrown for 1 touchdown, a little more than 130 yards. 2 receivers on both sides, looks to be a false start on the Laverne D-line. Oh. The way Laverne's celebrating.
Number 79, offense, 5 yards, third down.
Sure enough, the Stags jumped off sides. From what I saw up here, it looked like Laverne was quick to rush, but brought upon by the Stags O-line. Penalty on CMS will move the ball backwards. 13 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock, almost 2 minutes through the third quarter. Slant route over the middle. Kuhlenkamp able to connect with Gonzalez this time. First down for the Stags, able to pick it up after the flag. First down and 10 on their own 40-yard line. Kuhlenkamp takes the snap and hands off to Edwards. Picks up just a couple. That's Edwards' 11th carry, averaging more than 7.5 yards per rush. Kuhlenkamp, a quartet of receivers, setting the offense in motion, takes the snap and drops back, looks again over the middle, connects with Gonzalez, who's able to break the tackle and stay on his feet. It'll take multiple Leopards to bring him down near the 35. Kuhlenkamp able to connect with Gonzalez a couple times after missing over his head. As you see there, it took about 4 Leopards to bring down the sophomore receiver. First down and 10, now on Laverne's 35-yard line. Kuhlenkamp, 3 receivers to his left and 1 to his right. Setting 1 in motion. Looking for a bit of extra pass protection. The handoff to Edwards. Breaks right, and a gain of about 4. That last pass to Gonzalez over the middle, good for 23 yards. Edwards able to pick up 4 on the run. The Laverne defense scrambling to get set. Kuhlenkamp still taking his time. A pitch off to Edwards. Finds an opening and able to move the chains. Another Stags first down. So Claremont-Mudd-Scripps having the sophomore running back Justin Edwards do all the heavy lifting. Picking up the first down there. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Another handoff. Edwards misses the stiff arm and is tackled for a loss by the Leopards. Good play by the Laverne D-line. Clock ticking down to 10 minutes left in the third. 2nd down and 13 at the 25-yard line as a couple of different receiving options step out for the Stags. It's still Justin Edwards in the backfield. 2 receivers to Kuhlenkamp's right. Play action. In the pocket goes Kuhlenkamp, looking right. Pass is caught near the far sideline and brought down for a completion. Good job by Kuhlenkamp to take his time, read the option down the field, and you see him dance right, find the open receiver just before the sideline. A good catch there by sophomore Mason Cotton. Well, after the pass was ruled complete, a discussion with the officials and call was overturned. A last-second emergency pass to Edwards is caught. Able to break the tackle goes the sophomore. And picking up a few yards. It looked like Kuhlenkamp was about to get sacked on 3rd down. As he spun, losing his feet, he was able to fling it to the sophomore Edwards, who picked up about 7. Field goal attempt for Alessandro Mayuulo from the 26-yard line. Mayuulo's attempt is up and good. Another 3 points for CMS, and they lead Laverne 20-0. So for Kuhlenkamp and the Stags, a few more points added to the scoreboard. 20-0 CMS's lead over Laverne. A couple field goal attempts successful from Mayuulo. A Justin Edwards touchdown run and a pass from Kuhlenkamp to Edwards for 35 yards has accumulated for all the Stags scoring. on the season. Mayuulo now 4 for 6 in field goal attempts. The Stag senior kicker back out. Kyle Bandy and Abel Cueva in the backfield looking to return the kick. Mayuulo's boot inside the 10, caught by Bandy. Taking it near the near sideline and hanging on to it as he's brought down at about the 25. Flag is thrown, and we'll await for the official's call.
Personal foul on the return team, number 88. Half the distance, first down.
So Bandy had caught the ball near the 5-yard line, was able to bring it back 20 yards plus, tackled near the 25, but a personal foul on Laverne cuts them halfway to the distance of the goal. They'll pick up 1st and 10 on their own 12-yard line. Aguero with 2 running backs next to him, side by side. He hands it off to Cueva, who takes it far left near the far sideline. Able to avoid the Stags defense and step out of bounds before the first down marker. For Cueva, his 2nd rush of the day. Does move the chains, in fact. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. A pass from Aguero to Spencer Poole, his first target of the day. Is caught, but brought down out of bounds. Incomplete. Second down, ball at the 24. Cueva in motion, handoff to Bandy. Up the middle for maybe a couple yards, but the Stags, a good job on defense, able to eat up Laverne's running back. Halfway through the 3rd quarter, Aguero and the Leopards still trying to get on the scoreboard. 3rd down and 8 from the 24-yard line. Aguero and Bandy in the backfield, 2 receivers on each side. Aguero up the middle. And Ethan Medeiros unable to handle it. Covered by safety Michael Colangelo. Onto the turf comes the special teams for the University of Laverne. Herrera out to punt. Boots it past the 50. Ball is dropped by the receiver, but picked back up and on his feet. Goes Mason Cotton of the Stags. Cotton fielding the kickoff return, dropped it, but picked it up almost immediately, then flushed out to his right. Nearly found the sidelines before he was brought down. just inside the 50. You're watching SCIAC football on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television, the conference opener between the Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags and the hometown University of Laverne Leopards. The Leos, under Coach Crick in his 11th season, looking for their first win of 2022. The Stags at 2-1 would love to open conference with a win. And if everything stays the same, they might just do that. A pass over the middle from Kuhlenkamp to the receiver is good for a touchdown. CMS finding every way to score here on this Saturday afternoon. They now lead 26-0 over the Leopards. Kuhlenkamp's second passing touchdown of the game comes here midway through the third quarter. 26-0 as Mayulo is out for another point after attempt. Booted through the uprights and good, 27-0. Stags faithful happy about that touchdown, the third of the game for the CMS Stags. A slant route over the middle as Jackson Gonzalez is able to enter the promised land for the touchdown. 7 points in the second quarter. The Stags scored 10 and another 10 here in the third as CMS leads 27-0. Laverne has been bitten by the turnover bug so far today. And the defensive line for the Stags doing a good job of controlling the Leopards' offense. That pass from Kuhlenkamp to Gonzalez, a 46-yard connection. It took only one play for the offense to score on Laverne. Mayulo kicks it low and a bit short. Ball skips out of bounds inside the 10-yard line and a flag thrown.
Free kick out of bounds. Laverne is elected to take ball at the 35-yard line. First down.
So Mayulo's errant kick will cost the Stags a bit of field position. Ball is marked at Laverne's own 35-yard line. Senior quarterback Miguel Aguero Jr. coming out with Abel Cueva behind him. Two receivers out to his left, Ramos Kamaka to his right. Cueva steps left in the pocket, throws into traffic, nearly picked off by the Stag safety. There to break up the pass, linebacker Styles Satterley. Aguero likely to break 100 passing yards on this drive if Laverne can come through successful. Aguero drops back and finds Medeiros, but not much of a gain. Leopards wide out, brought down near the line of scrimmage. Third down for the green and orange. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. 3rd and 7. Ball marked at the 38. Cueva still the running back. Aguero this time dances right. Looks downfield, will pass to Medeiros, who brings it in. But down before the 50.
First down, Leopards.
The short connection from Aguero to Medeiros is good enough for the first down. A little bit of momentum going the Leopards' way as they'll restart with 1st and 10. At their own 46, Kyle Bandy back onto the turf now for the Leopards. First play he sees is a handoff up the middle. Brought down near the line of scrimmage. Four receivers in Bandy, out for Aguero. 2nd and 9 from the 47. Pass to the left, unable to be brought in by Medeiros. Aguero inaccurate with that one. And Medeiros a bit frustrated. The senior receiver for Laverne was wide open, but had to change directions trying to reel that pass in. Brings Laverne to 3rd and 9. Leopards are 2 for 8 so far on 3rd down today. Their 9th attempt of the afternoon. Comes here in the 3rd as Aguero steps back, throws over the middle, but too high for his receiver, incomplete. Pass was attempted for Micah Williams. Williams brought in the first completion for Laverne today. Was open downfield there, but Aguero misses high. On 4th and 9, the special teams comes back out for Laverne. Arturo Herrera will punt downfield, nearly blocked by the Stags. Herrera boots it out of bounds, and the Stags will take over with 3:55 in the 3rd. 27-0 CMS here at Ortmeyer Stadium. The Stags faithful traveling well to see their hometown team pile it on the Leopards before they can crack the scoreboard. The Laverne faithful a bit on their heels. Junior quarterback Walter Kuhlenkamp from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, having a solid game for CMS. 14 for 21, still passing at about 67%. 239 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. Taking over with 3 tight ends and a receiver out there. We'll hand it off to Justin Edwards. Brought down at or before the line of scrimmage. Edwards has had a game himself, the sophomore from East Hampton, Connecticut. Has had 14 carries for nearly 80 yards. Has scored a rushing touchdown, brought in a 35-yard touchdown pass, and contributed heavily to this 27-0 lead so far. Another handoff to the sophomore Edwards. Another pickup of a couple yards. 3rd and 6 from CMS's own 39 as Camp gets a word from the official. Two receivers out on each end for the junior quarterback. Takes the snap and looks left, but misses wide. Pass incomplete, intended for Anderson Sincar. 4th and 6 from the 39 will bring out the special teams for CMS. So quite a bit of back and forth, turnovers on downs here in the 3rd quarter. CMS scoring a touchdown and a field goal, 10 points here in the 3rd. They lead 27-0 here on LVTV3, Laverne Community Television. You're watching the SCIAC opener from Ortmeyer Stadium as
Number 97, offense, 5 yards, 4th down.
well, you heard it yourself. CMS with the false start and a 5-yard penalty. That makes it 4th and 11 now from the 34-yard line. Sam Brewer, the freshman punter, out for CMS. Boots it right, pretty short. CMS there to swallow it up at about the 27. Comparing the two offenses so far, CMS with 14 earned first downs, Laverne with 8. 5 of those have come via pass and 3 of them via the rush. CMS, 8 passes for a first down, 5 rushes. Aguero hands off to Bandy. Pickup of a couple yards. Moves them from the 27 maybe to the 26. Joey Asta, the leading Stags tackler, bringing down Bandy. 2nd and 7, a pickup of 3. 90 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Aguero sends Cueva into motion. Drops back. Pass rush by the Stags. A great diving catch by Cueva. Off near the near sidelines. Aguero trying to dance out of trouble, just threw it downfield in hopes a receiver was there. Cueva, who had to change directions, turned around, dove full extension, and reeled it in. As we get ready to take a look at the replay, Cueva was set into motion, made it to about the 50-yard line and hit a curl. Had to dive full extension the other way in order to bring that one in. First down for the Leopards, and 10 to go from their 47. This time, Aguero tries to find Cueva again. It's off his hands and picked by the Stags. Pick 6 for CMS. And they just keep adding on. 33-0, Stags lead. So after targeting Cueva on back-to-back attempts, the Stags able to pick off Aguero Jr., his 4th interception of the season. The Stags, another touchdown. They lead 33-0. Trusting Mayulo with another point after. Kick is up and good for the Stags. 34-0. Just under 50 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Aguero's pass intercepted by Kirby Baines, a 48-yard return for the score. Plenty of reasons to be excited if you're a Stags fan here at Ortmeyer. If you're a fan of the Leopards, 34 reasons not to be. For CMS, their first interception of the game, a big one on top of 4 tackles. Miguel Aguero Jr. struggling now here in the second half to get things going offensively. After a first half with a strong completion rate, his second has been pretty shaky. Kickoff return reeled in near the 20-yard line by the Leopards. Nicholas Mesa, the safety for Laverne, able to bring it back almost inside the 40. $34-0 Stags following the pick six. Aguero Jr. will get another shot at it. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Aguero takes the snap, looks right. A pass to Jonathan Torres. Brought down for a gain of about 5. Jacob Fimbres, the running back, out in rotation for the Leopards. Aguero looking to the sidelines. Torres will come out for this play. In his place comes Matthew Brown, donning number 89. Aguero takes the snap, hands it off to Fimbres, who's able to break the tackle. Pass rush by the Stags proves unsuccessful. Fimbres able to burst through, brought down near the 40-yard line. Big pickup for the green and orange. So Fimbres with limited opportunities here on this Saturday afternoon. A big pickup for the Leopards, earning the first down, getting them into Stags territory as the third quarter comes to a close. 34-0 Stags over the Leopards. You're watching the SCIAC opener on LVTV 3, Laverne Community Television.
Stand together to serve our veterans. We invest in the latest technology.
We take the time to train the next generation of doctors and nurses. We work together to make sure we heal their bodies and their minds.
This is our mission. More than 300,000 of us working as one, together with families and loved ones. No matter where they live in this country, we'll be there.
We stand strong, united. Stand with us in caring for our veterans.
Jacob Fimbres with a big run to close out the third quarter. First down and 10 for the Leopards. On the Stags' 37-yard line, Fimbres still in the game, providing some pass protection for Aguero, who's able to find Ethan Medeiros for a few yards. Medeiros, his 4th catch of the game. Aguero now 18 for 25. And just about 130 yards. Second and 7 from the 34. Aguero drops back. Looking to the far sideline, finds Spencer Poole for his second catch of the game. Laverne able to move the chains. First and 10 at the 26. Aguero, a screen pass to Fimbres, but brought down before the line of scrimmage for a loss. Poole's second catch of the day, good for 8 yards. But now it's second and 13 from the Stags' 29. Two receivers on each side of the quarterback. Aguero takes the snap. Pass rush by the Stags. Aguero able to stay on his feet, dances right and throws long into the end zone, but into the middle of traffic and incomplete. Flag thrown on the play. The CMS
Pass
is not happy
interference.
about it.
Defense, number 2. 15-yard penalty.
So a costly pass interference penalty coming from safety Michael Colangelo, a 15-yard penalty. Moves the Leopards into the red zone. They'll now have first and 10 from the Stags' 14. Perhaps Aguero and the Leopards' best chance so far at breaking that goose egg on the scoreboard. Just over 13 minutes left in this one. A beautiful sunny Saturday afternoon from Ortmeyer Stadium. Perfect for a day game of football.
Charge timeout. Laverne. They've got 2 remaining in the half.
The Leopards and Coach Crick will take a timeout. We await first and 10 from the CMS 14. The Stags lead 34-0 over the Leopards. Junior Walter Kuhlenkamp with a game to remember. Kuhlenkamp playing over the senior quarterback Zach Fogel. The junior 14 for 22 from passing. Still 2 passing touchdowns. 1 rushing touchdown for the Stags and the pick 6 intercepted by Kirby Baines. We're back from timeout. First and 10 from the 14. Aguero sets the offense in motion. Will scramble right and throw just before the end zone. Inside for 6. Ethan Medeiros.
Touchdown, Laverne.
Mentioned that it was Laverne's best opportunity to score so far. Medeiros able to get open and find himself a 14-yard catch for the first Laverne touchdown of the ballgame. Point after attempt is blocked by the Stags. And able to swing momentum right back, the CMS secondary. A good job by Medeiros to get open. Aguero finding him in the middle of a couple receivers. But jumping to make the catch and finding the end zone goes the senior wide out. 34-6. The Stags still lead. For Aguero, his second touchdown pass of the season. Medeiros' second receiving touchdown. 34-6 the Stags lead as Kapena Kamakawawuli is out to kick off for the Leopards. With the past the end zone for a touchback.
Make some noise for your Leopards.
First down and 10 from the Laverne 20. Pardon me, from the Stags 20. As it looks like Walter Kuhlenkamp is out of the game, giving way to senior quarterback Zach Fogel. Fogel's first play, he'll hand it off to the Stags running back, a pickup of nearly 8. As Fogel looks to get the chains moving himself. Down. It appeared to me like the Stags hadn't quite picked up the first down, but Brian Loudermilk on the carry, in fact, able to move the chains. Fogel and the Stags offense on their first try, able to pick up a first down. The 6'2", 185-pound senior awaits the snap, hands it off to Loudermilk again, and the senior running back will pick up a couple more. Fogel coming into the ball game had 15 completions on 24 attempts, had thrown for 236 yards, 40 more than Kuhlenkamp entering the game, but Kuhlenkamp picking up well over 200 for himself. Another handoff to Loudermilk. Loudermilk dashing left and breaking multiple tackles, able to get past the 50 and down near the far sideline for another first down. So after Justin Edwards did the heavy lifting in the first half, senior Brian Loudermilk earning his wings here in the second. First down and 10 on Laverne's 45. 10.5 left to play for Mortmeyer. Fogel still yet to complete a pass. Takes the snap and will shovel it off to Loudermilk. Loudermilk turns on the jets. Able to burst through for another first down, dashing right near the sidelines. is brought down by Laverne. Fogle still yet to pass it to the Stags offense. Pitched it to Loudermilk. Loudermilk able to break several tackles. Brought down by sophomore defensive end Delonte Moore. Another Stags run play. Pickup of a couple yards.
Number 10, Ben Rosen on the carry. Tackled.
This
by
time it
number
was
57.
Ben Rosen for his first carry of the game. Rosen, a 5'10", 195-pound senior. Hailing from Valencia, California. High snap, Fogle brings it down. Another pitch out to Rosen. Pickup of maybe another couple. Stags player lost a helmet, forcing a official called timeout. Fogle lined up with 3 tight ends. Drops back and looks for his first pass. Connected, but dropped by the receiver after impact. Laverne able to pick it up momentarily, but then they lose control. Now there's a pile on top of the football, and we'll see who comes up with it. Big hit there by the Laverne defense, able to knock the ball loose. Officials rule incomplete, and I'm not so sure about that. Ball was knocked loose by the Laverne defense. Looked to me like a catch. Stags receiver able to reel it into his chest, take a couple steps, and then lost the ball after getting hit. Call still rolls in the Stags' favor. 4th down and 4 from the 19-yard line, and CMS elects to attempt a field goal. 34-6 with 3 points potentially waiting in the wings for the Stags. Field goal attempt is blocked by Laverne. Back-to-back big defensive plays for a stop. Now it's up to the pile to end before the markers moved. Lots of whistles blown down on the field. A big field goal block by the University of Laverne. The Stags are kept off the board. Score remains 34-6. So after a nearly forced fumble, the Leopards able to stay with the aggressiveness on defense. A blocked field goal. Great play there by the Leopards. The Stags will turn it over on downs. Aguero and the offense will come back out. Eight minutes, 23 seconds remaining here from Wortmeyer. Aguero takes the snap and moves left. Finds a receiver open near the near sideline. Almost a first down pickup. A gain of about 8. That was the Leopards' Tyler Lee with the field goal block. pass option left, unable to pick up the first down. Lee, the senior linebacker, a great job of keeping the score where it is. Had CMS scored that field goal, would have been a nearly 30-point differential. Aguero takes the snap, looks over the middle, thrown into traffic, nearly picked off by the Stags. Questionable pass attempt. Medeiros trying to be the hero and bring it down, but in and out of his hands, it clangs. Just under 7 minutes to play for Mort Meyer Stadium, 6:58 on the clock. 4th down and 6 from the 27-yard line, brings out the special teams for Laverne. Art Herrera opting to punt. Fake punt doesn't come to fruition for the Leopards. It looked like they had beat the defense for a split second, but the pass was incomplete from Herrera. Turnover on down. CMS will take over near the red zone at Laverne's 27-yard line. A tough break for the Leopards there, opting for a little bit of trickery, but can't make it happen successfully. 34-6 as they turn it over again. Vogel still in as quarterback. He trips after the snap, is able to hand it off to the running back. Close call for Vogel, who almost lost his footing and hit the ground before handing it off. Ball was carried by Jacob Fenton, his first carry of the ball game. Just his 7th attempt of the year. Fenton able to pick up a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 26. 6 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Vogel trying to dance and beat the defensive pass rush, and sure enough, he does, finding a target in the end zone. Touchdown, Stags, 40-6. The Laverne blitz left options open in the end zone. Vogel able to stay on his feet and dance away long enough to find the open target. 26-yard pass to Caden Gallant for the score. Out to kick the point after attempt, Rich Bruto.
Team. 5 yards, retry.
So Bruto able to kick it up and through the uprights, but responsible for his own false start, a 5-yard penalty. And Bruto will have to try again. Bruto, a freshman kicker for the Stags, 5'10", 180 pounds, from San Diego, California. Graduated from St. Augustine High School. Will now have to redo his kick following his false start penalty, 5 yards further back. The snap and kick, still up through the uprights. Point after is good. A 35-point lead for Claremont-Mudd-Scripps, 41-6. Vogel, a play action attempt, you see, able to scramble right. Found Caden Gallant wide open in the end zone, 26-yard connection. And now the Stags up by 35. So with 6 minutes and 7 seconds remaining here in this one from Ortmeyer, if all is set to stay the same, Coach Sweeney and CMS looking to pick up their 7th head-to-head win against Coach Crick and the Leopards in what's been their 11th contest total. With a comfortable lead, Bruto handling all kicking duties now instead of Alessandro Maiulo. Good day for the Stags to get some work in as a team. Bruto's boot inside the 15, recovered by Bandy. Bandy moving from left to right, close to the far sideline, is brought down out of bounds just inside the 20. Bandy a bit shaken up after coming up, seeing him grab at that hamstring. Has been responsible for a lot of the offensive production for the Green and Orange so far today. Looking at his stats, after a 60-yard kick return already as well. Bandy has 10 carries for 26 yards, his longest an 11-yard run. Aguero is out at the quarterback position. QB draw near the far sideline, brought down near the 30. Andre Maldonado, the 6-foot sophomore, is in for the Leopards. Maldonado saw some action in the last contest here at Ortmeyer against the Lutes. Aguero, a rough game, was substituted out in the middle of the third quarter. The Leopards called on Maldonado to finish out the game, but were still shut out by the Lutes 41-0. Now Maldonado with time in the pocket, able to dance around, find Medeiros near the far sideline. The senior wideout is brought down on a tough tackle, and now things are getting heated there in the middle of the pile.
Pass caught by number 14, Ethan.
Personal foul, late hit, number 57 of the defense. 15 yards, automatic, first down.
First down.
Personal foul on the defense. The flag results in a 15-yard penalty, awarding Laverne the first down. Less than 5 minutes to play now with the clock still ticking. Maldonado successful on his first pass attempt. 1st and 10 from the Stags' 42-yard line. Maldonado, another pass play, drops back, finds an open receiver to the right. Pickup of close to 9 yards brought in by Ramos Kamaka. Maldonado and the Leopards with the hurry-up offense, looking for back-to-back-to-back pass plays. Dodging the pass rush, Maldonado takes it himself, stays on his feet after breaking a tackle, takes the hit, and is able to bring it inside the 20. Into the red zone go the Leopards. Andre Maldonado trying to get it done. The Stags going with the pass rush. Maldonado able to stay on his feet despite the blitz. Breaks a tackle there, takes the hit, but able to keep his momentum into the red zone. Another pass play, this time Maldonado grounds it in front of a few receivers.
That quarterback rush by Maldonado, good for 15 yards. After the incomplete pass, it's 2nd and 10 from the 19. .343 on the clock, a 41-6 game. CMS a 35-point lead. You're watching the SCIAC opener on LVTV 3. Maldonado takes the snap and keeps it himself again, this time moving left, taking another hit and picking up another few yards. CMS will take a timeout after scrambling to get the defense set. 41-6 with 3 minutes to play from Ortmeyer Stadium. The Stags scored 7 in the first quarter. A Justin Edwards 10-yard touchdown run got CMS on the board. 5 minutes into the second quarter, a 35-yard pass from Walter Kuhlenkamp to the sophomore running back Justin Edwards put CMS on the board again. They scored 10 points by the end of the first half, concluding with a 30-yard field goal from Alessandro Maiulo. Maiulo opened the second half with a 35-yard field goal to put CMS up 20-0. Then a 46-yard touchdown pass from Kuhlenkamp to Gonzalez put CMS up 27-0 after the point after. A pick six as the third quarter came to a close, and a 26-yard pass from Zach Fogel, his 4th of the season. Maldonado still getting it done with his own feet. A quarterback draw up the middle, gets hit hard, but comes down with the ball still intact. Maldonado able to move the chains from 3rd and 2, now 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Leopards stick with the hurry-up offense. Maldonado hands it off to Jacob Fimbres, who picks up another couple yards. Clock still ticking as we get close to the 2-minute mark. 2nd and goal for the Leopards. From the 3-yard line, Maldonado fakes the handoff to Fimbres, passes inside the end zone, but broken up by Claremont-Mudd-Scripps. Pass was deflected by the defense. Two minutes and 1 second left on the clock. 3rd and goal from the 3. The fake handoff to Fimbres. Maldonado keeps it himself, but is sacked by the defense. Not quick enough to escape the Stags D-line. On 3rd and goal from the 3, the quarterback Maldonado sacked, bringing up one last 4th down option. We'll see if Laverne decides to roll with it. Maldonado still on the turf, looking over to the sideline. Spencer Poole will jog off. Fimbres still on the field as the running back. Torres set up to Maldonado's right. Ramos Kamaka to his left.
Charge timeout, Laverne.
And Laverne will take a timeout. Not a lot of time left on the clock here from Ortmeyer. 75 seconds to be exact. 1:15 left to play. The score is 41-6 in the SCIAC opener here on LVTV 3, Laverne Community Television. Five touchdowns scored by the Stags offense, a pick 6 on the defensive end. 2 field goals courtesy of Alessandro Mayuuldo. And the Stags lead by 35. Coming out of the timeout, Maldonado and the Leopards offense remain on the field. Could be potentially the last play for the Leopards. It's a pass play. Maldonado stays up, breaks the tackle, looks in the end zone, finds the open receiver. Touchdown, Leopards.
Completion to number 6, Devontae Johnson.
Sophomore Devontae Johnson able to stay open in the corner of the end zone. Maldonado stayed on his feet, beat the Stags blitz, connected with Johnson for the sophomore's first touchdown of 2022. Point after attempt from the Leopards is good. Kapena Kamakawawuli with the extra point. As we take a look at the replay, Maldonado scrambling left, wide open in the corner of the end zone, stands Devontae Johnson, first touchdown of 2022. 41-13 with 1:06 to play from Ortmeyer. The Leopards offense really struggled in the first half, but glimpses of hope here in the second. 2 touchdowns, both coming in the fourth quarter. Miguel Aguero Jr. throwing for his second touchdown of the season. Andre Maldonado, his first, as Kamakawawuli looks to kick off. One minute and 6 seconds on the clock as the Leopards look to kick off to the Stags. Kamakawawuli boots it back to Anderson Synak.
Fair catch, ball will be placed at the 25-yard line.
The Stags wide receiver calls for the fair catch. CMS will pick up at the 20. So surely the Stags, a powerful offensive performance, but momentum was really kept by the CMS defense. Able to intercept Miguel Aguero Jr. for one pick six this afternoon. The defensive line able to sack Miguel Aguero Jr. 4 total times and keeping Laverne scoreless till the fourth quarter. Now there's 40 seconds and counting on the clock. CMS in victory formation as they start to take a knee. With a near 30-point differential, both teams will begin walking back to their sidelines, looking to conclude the action here from this Saturday afternoon at Ortmeyer. So Claremont-Mudd-Scripps Stags opens the SCIAC conference play with a 41-13 win over the University of Laverne. CMS improves their record in the early season to 3-1 overall. The Leopards move to 0-4, dropping their first conference play action. Miguel Aguero Jr. struggling till the fourth quarter. The Leopards able to score 2 touchdowns, one courtesy of Aguero, the other a touchdown pass from Andre Maldonado. Walter Kuhlenkamp, the junior quarterback for Claremont-Mudd-Scripps, completed 14 of 22 passes, good for 240 yards nearly, 2 passing touchdowns, and Zach Fogel, who didn't enter till late in the second half, a 75% completion rate, 3 for 4 passing, almost 50 yards, and a touchdown pass himself. The Stags defense helped CMS run away with the ball game. 4 sacks of Aguero Jr. and a pick 6 by Kirby Baines. They kept Laverne scoreless till the fourth quarter and end up with a 41-13 win. Coach Sweeney picks up his 7th head-to-head win against the University of Laverne. The Leopards drop the home conference opener to the Stags by a score of 41-13. Laverne will play next against Pomona Pitzer on Saturday, October 8th on the road at 7 p.m. I'm Nate Rodriguez, bringing to you today's SCIAC Conference opening action. Thank you for watching LVTV 3, Laverne Community Television.